Hey community, how are you? Jenenne Macklin here, speaker, wealth coach, and catalyst. I thought I'd hop on here specifically to invite you to join me this Thursday. I know you may have showed up for the call last Thursday and we pushed it back to this Thursday, and I'm sorry because I'm not sure the team notified you. So I'm back on here inviting you again to join me this Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Why? Well, we're going to talk about the myths. I'm exposing the myths, the money myth. There's so many myths and things that we've been taught or we may believe that don't have anything to do with money. So let's look at what those myths are, because at least two of them are driving you every day. Two of them are impacting the purchases that you make. Two of them directly have an impact on how much money you save or don't save. So the link will be right below this call or this video. My phone with you. So this time I'm sitting in front of the computer. And so it's https though, JenenneMacklin.easywebinars.live/event-registration-3. So let me ask you a question though. I always have enjoyed this question, even when I've done radio shows and have asked this question or made this statement. People are like, well, that didn't happen to me either. And the question is, what I said to you was, what did you hear at the dinner table? I should add to that, as it relates to money. What did you hear at your dinner table as it relates to money? Did someone sit down with you and talk to you about savings, what that meant, having a checking account and how to manage your checking account? And that it wasn't just numbers, although numbers is the basic. You have to put enough money in there, you write the checks, you subtract it, you have the imbalance, and that's where we are. Although we know there's a lot more to it than that, because it was that simple, we would all have money, nobody would be in debt, no one would be struggling at this point, because we will have managed our invisible aspects to money in addition to the external aspects, the visible one. So I'm not sure what you heard at dinner. I'm not going to be that long, but I didn't hear anything at dinner. Where I heard it though was late at night. And I remember the first time I heard it, it was my mom and dad arguing. It was really my mom talking and my dad was listening, because he's very 6'5", gentle giant. So if my mom was going, then he was listening and feeling bad, I'm sure, because he had let her down again. But what I heard was about, you spent the money doing what? And that what was gambling. My father was a gambler. Well, I didn't know anything about gambling. I don't know if it was advertised on television like it is now. I don't remember Morongo and all that stuff back then. But I didn't know, but I knew enough to know it involved money, and it involved money that was being taken from the home that my mom was using to take care of us. And they argued over that for some time. So that's what I heard. I didn't hear anything about saving it, about, it's hard. I did hear in church as well, money was the root of all evil. And I think I've asked you before, how long did you live with that mindset? Because I know I did. It impacted what I chose to do or not do, what I would allow to come in or not come in. And it created really this dichotomy of, is it good, is it bad? Is it good, is it bad? It's like, well, sheesh. And the church, of course, was the biggest proponent that, money was the root of all evil. It's in the scripture, so it must be true. And yet you need money, the church. So how we reconcile all of this, what you see at home, if you could or could not go to something because there wasn't enough money, or if one parent was home because they couldn't get a job and the other parent had to do everything. What has your life and how has your life been impacted, either by what you heard at the dinner table or more importantly, what you may have seen in your home and in your family while you were growing up? And how much of that have you carried into adulthood? And you're still operating from old, outdated, and possibly myths that aren't even true. Myths that America has taught you in its programming through its television. I'll show you some of those when we get to that you're making decisions based on it. So join me. You have money, you're my six-figure earner, you're doing good. Okay, are you charging in your business for the value you bring? Are you cutting your prices? See, we've all been impacted by this money conversation, and the struggle I see people having is no one wants to talk about it. You want to live in it in silence and shame, but you don't have to. I've done that for you, and I want to give you the key so you can escape. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Have a great evening. Pass this to a friend, an entrepreneur that you know that's going through different challenges. Let everybody know, because there's some things that we're thinking that we can just let go of because it's no longer true. And it never was true. Take good care. Bye for now.